What's up everyone? David here. Got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on the channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. Now I'm pretty sure you can tell I got a whole bunch of different types of food right in front of me. And believe it or not, despite how cloudy it is outside, summer is fastly approaching. In a couple of weeks, we're going to be in June, July, August. You already know those are going to be the hottest months of the year. Summertime, beach time, sun's out, guns out. All right, you're going to be shirtless. You're going to be at the beach. I want to make sure you walk around with the body that you want. Part of that is got to drop some pounds. I've been telling y'all since February, hey, if you want to get in shape and have the physique that you want by summertime, you got to start putting in the work now. Although we're in mid-May, you know what? There's still at least you'll have somewhat of decent amount of time to get at least some progress going from now until maybe late July, early August. So for those of you specifically who have the goal of wanting to lean out, I'm talking about losing weight, I got you. We're going to be going over key food groups that you should be eating. But before I actually go into the specific types of foods, I just want to make one point very clear. When it comes to losing weight, we want to make sure that we're emphasizing losing body fat and not necessarily losing just weight as a whole. Because we just talk about we want to lose weight. What happens if you lose muscle and fat? No. We don't want to lose our muscle. We want to build the muscle mass. We just want to lose the body fat. And the only way that you can lose your body fat, it doesn't matter what type of foods you're eating. It doesn't matter if you're eating organic or hormone-infused foods. Doesn't matter if you're drinking this type of water versus that type of water. Doesn't matter if you're eating this type of protein versus this type of protein. Nothing will work when it comes to losing weight if you are not taking into consideration the number one thing that matters, and that is being in a caloric deficit. All that means is you got to burn more calories in a day than you're consuming in a day, okay? Again, let me say that again. You gotta be burning more calories than you consume. Now, what I don't want you to think of is the other way around. I want you to think about burning more calories than you're eating and not think of it as you gotta eat less than you're burning. Because if you have that mentality that you gotta eat less than you're burning, then sooner or later, you're just gonna keep reducing the amount of food that you're eating. Sooner or later, you're just gonna be malnourished. And that's just a whole set of new health problems you're gonna be facing with. No. A lot of you probably are eating the right amount of foods that you should be. You probably are eating the right quantities, the right types of foods. It's just you're not moving around enough throughout the day. But, you know, that's a whole different conversation. For right now, we're just going to be talking about the foods. What are going to be some tips that are going to help you lose weight? Now, it's not necessarily the types of foods that you're going to be eating. It's more of just the ideas, okay? These are more like food concepts or food groups that I want you to understand. Because I hate when people say, eat this one food to lose weight, drink this one tea to drink. No. Everyone's acting like this one particular food is such a super food group that's gonna make this big difference in your overall health. No. Just take the basics into account. Just burn more calories throughout the day, eat a relatively healthy diet, carbs, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals, drink plenty of water. You'll see results. Just stay consistent. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna break it down into smaller subcategories. So I'm pretty sure you can tell I got a whole bunch of things around me right here, but we're gonna set a handful of this stuff out aside because I only want to talk about a few important things at a time. And that first one is going to be liquids. I mean, I'm talking about liquid calories. Most people often overlook it because it's just so easy to drink so many more calories than it is compared to eating solid foods. This is what I mean. And for my Latinos out there, I understand it could be rough for us. Why is it rough for us? Because we got a little something called humec. I am obsessed with this stuff, especially the mango flavor. Oh, Lord have mercy. But it's not just this. We're also talking about like Cokes. You're talking about your chelas, sus cervezas, all that type of stuff. That's all high calories. And although it's maybe one or two drinks, okay, those one or two drinks are very high in calories. And again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Liquid calories add up. So tip number one, when it comes to what are the type of foods that you should be eating to lower or to help you lose weight, again, just low calorie liquids. So if you're someone who drinks a lot of, not necessarily these, but just any high calorie, high sugary drink, again, calories add up. We could opt that out by drinking something that's either low calorie or no calorie. So even something as water, again, don't overlook your water. Hydration is important. I mean, we're just talking about this right here. Nutrition labels, which many of you should know how to read it. Right here, one serving size, which is 1 cup, which is 8 fluid ounces, which realistically is like 3 or 4 drinks, 100 calories. How many calories are in 8 ounces of this? 0. And let's be honest, how many of you are actually drinking only 8 fluid ounces of this? How many of you are actually drinking 1 cup, 1 serving size as indicated by the label? No one, no, you just keep drinking more and more of this. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that could finish this whole thing just from how good it tastes. I know I can. Am I gonna do it? Probably, occasionally, maybe, but that's besides the point. But if you're gonna be drinking these things, just take in mind how many calories you're intaking compared to how many calories you would be drinking if it was something that's no calorie. Now, moving on from that, we got no calorie and we got low calorie. I don't care if y'all are switching out for something that is low calorie. It's like, oh no, it's fine, it's low calorie. Keep in mind, low calorie does not mean no calorie. All right, you could be drinking something that has very minimal calories, but if you're drinking a lot of it, it adds up. It's like Costco. It doesn't cost a lot, but you do it in bulk, so it adds up. And that's where these type of milks come in. Me personally, I'm not lactose intolerant. I can drink regular milk, and I do, but you gotta take into account how many calories are in that compared to how many calories are in these milk alternatives like almond milk, oat milk, cashew milk. These type of milks have way less calories compared to, you know, regular cow milk, goat milk, whatever. So if you're someone who is trying to lose weight, again, swap out the higher calorie drinks, the higher calorie milks, just higher calorie beverages for something that's either lower in calories, like lower calorie milks, or just no calorie drinks like water, things like that. Speaking about the calories, now we're gonna be talking about low calories, but for solid foods, specifically the proteins. Because let's be completely honest here, if you're someone who's trying to lose body fat, we cannot overlook the amount of muscle mass that we have. What's gonna help us build muscle mass? Eating adequate amount of protein. For those of you who are trying to lose weight, specifically lose body fat, the more muscle mass that you have, the more body fat you'll be able to burn. But that's a completely different video. I already have videos explaining why that is. So if you're someone who's trying to lose weight, lose fat, don't just emphasize everything on the cardio. Also emphasize, you know, the heavy lifting. Get some resistance training in there. Build the muscle. It's going to help you out. But, you know, we need protein to help build the muscle. Protein, man. I'm talking about, you know, chicken, red meat, turkey, fish, whatever it is that you want to eat as your meat source. If you're someone who eats meat, you got to take into account not only the protein, but the calories that are in it. And I'm mainly talking to those of you who primarily rely on red meat. So like, you know, burgers, ground beef, chuck steak, ribeyes, whatever it is, take that into account. I mean, this right here, these are already ground beef patties. We just do the math. We got 1 serving size, which is roughly 151 grams. So let's just say 150 and make the math easy. How many calories do we have in there? 420 calories. Now, let's just say we have something like turkey, which is a lot leaner. 1 serving size is 112 grams. Okay, so let's make it roughly the same thing. Let's just say it's 150. It's 200 calories per serving. But again, we're gonna ump it up a little bit because, you know, instead of 112, we're gonna say 150. But regardless, that couple extra, 38 grams that we're adding to the weight, to the serving size, is that 38 grams gonna shoot up the overall calories from 200 calories all the way to 420 calories? I don't think so. Both of them still have good amount of proteins. I mean, for the calories on here, the amount of protein we're getting is 19 grams compared to 25 grams on here. I mean, it's still relatively, you know, within the same ball range, but at the end of the day, red meat has a significantly higher amount of calories compared to leaner sources of meat, such as fish, such as turkey. Doesn't matter if it's grounded up or in the solid, that's a matter of your preference, but just keep in mind, red meat has higher amounts of fat. So you're consuming that fat, so therefore you're consuming more calories. Opt for the leaner options. Again, it doesn't even have to be turkey. It could be something like lean chicken breast. It could be something like a tilapia fish fillet, whatever it is. Turkey, ground or regular. If you want to make a whole turkey on your own, do whatever you want. Just keep in mind, go with the leaner sources of meat if you're someone who's trying to cut the calories or someone who's, you know, trying to lose some weight. Third concept, again, not necessarily food groups, so I don't want to make it seem like this one particular food is so important and so key to help you get the results that you want. No, again, there's just general ideas. So the third idea or concept when it comes to what to eat to lose weight, right here, I got eggs and I got Greek yogurt. We already emphasize you want to lose weight, specifically body fat, you also have to emphasize building the muscle. When it comes to restricting your calories, if you're going to be in caloric deficit, the fewer amount of calories that you are going to be eating, we got to make sure though we're still eating adequate amounts of protein. So just how we talked about the solid foods, the protein, the meats, we also got to talk about other foods as well. I'm talking about eat foods that have good amounts of volume, are low in calories, but high in protein. Again, because just because we want to cut the calories down doesn't mean we want to cut our protein down. No. So what are those foods going to be? I personally, again, this is a personal preference. I'm pretty sure there's more out there. Greek yogurt, for the amount of calories to protein ratio, I think it's pretty good. I mean, for those who don't know, 1 gram of protein has 4 calories. So if we're looking at this, Greek yogurt, one serving size has 16 grams of protein, but it only has 100 calories. So if you do the math, that means that 64 calories out of the 100 is coming from protein. That's a that's a majority of the calories, and that's exactly what you want. The foods that you are going to be eating, if you can, minimize the excess calories, but make sure we still emphasize and prioritize that protein. So again, Greek yogurt, it's nice and filling, doesn't have many calories, but the few calories it does have, it's pretty high up there with the protein. Now, with eggs, it's going to be a slightly different story. You eat a whole egg, obviously it has a decent amount of protein because you're eating the egg white and the yolk, and it has 6 grams of protein. One egg, one whole egg, depending on the size, because again, we got like the small, the medium, the large, or the jumbo eggs, whatever it is. Wherever it is that you go, they have different sizes. But on average, an egg is going to be like right around 70 calories and right around 6 grams of protein. So if we go off the math that we said earlier, where 1 gram of protein has 4 calories, well, 6 grams of protein times 4, that's 24 calories. 24 calories of protein is what makes up the overall 70 calories of the egg. That's not a pretty good ratio, but if we were to take the yolk out, again, the yolk is what has majority of the actual calories in the egg. We're just eating the egg white. Well, now we're eating majority of the protein, but with less than half the amount of calories. So again, it goes to show you, it's one of those foods, very low in calories, but the few calories it does have, majority of it is made up of protein. So whether you want to go ahead and use real eggs like this, it doesn't matter if they're brown, white, I honestly don't care. When you crack them open, they're all yellow on the inside. If you're into the whole pasture range or pasture raised free range, whatever it is, there's so many criteria now for eggs, but eat whatever egg you want. You can go ahead and crack them, split it up between the egg or the egg yolk and then the egg white, whatever, or you can just buy the egg whites that already come in a carton. Go for it, do whatever you want, but just understand this idea. Foods that are low in calories, but majority of those calories are made up of protein. So again, top 2 for me, my opinion, egg whites, not the whole egg whites, and Greek yogurt. Now we're talking about all these different types of protein that we eat during our meals, but when we eat regular whole meals, because again, we gotta emphasize, we gotta be on a good, well-rounded diet. Do we only eat meat? Do we only eat protein? No, we eat proteins, carbs, fats, and vitamins and minerals. Now, those vitamins and minerals, where do we get them from? Fruits and vegetables primarily. And that's where we're gonna be going at right here. You see I got a whole box of spinach. And this is just my personal preference. Honestly, I just like spinach. It's my favorite vegetable. But you can go ahead and eat broccoli. You can go ahead and make a salad, eat asparagus. I don't care. Whatever your fruit and vegetable source is for whatever meal that you're eating, that's what's going to be important here. This is why. You take 100 grams of meat, I don't care what meat it is, and you take 100 grams of spinach, you tell me which one has less calories. Exactly. It's going to be the spinach. And that's what I want you all to emphasize on. When you're eating your meals, try to fill up your stomach with the foods that take up more volume, take up more space, but don't have as many calories. Because if you can get full off of this first, before you get to the carbs and the protein, well, then there's going to be a better chance that you're going to be eating less carbs, less of the meat, which again, I want to be careful with that. Again, you don't want to eat less meat because remember, that might hinder the amount of protein that you're getting. And we already emphasized, we want to make sure we get adequate protein. But you get the general idea of what I'm saying. Fill your stomach up with the foods that take up more space, but are not as many calories. So that way you don't overindulge in the higher calorie foods. Because again, if we're trying to lose weight, lose fat, we want to be mindful of the calories. So go ahead and eat yourself a nice bowl of spinach, eat a nice bowl of salad, go ahead and eat your broccoli, your carrots, your asparagus first before you get onto your rice and potatoes, before you get onto your chicken and your steak or whatever. Honestly, on a side note, My grandma growing up would always make my grandpa a bowl of fruit, and he would eat that before breakfast. So what would that do? That fills up your stomach more with fruit, and we all know fruit does not have that many calories as most people may think it is, before we get onto the more heavily calorically dense foods that were associated with, breakfast, the pancakes, the eggs, the bacon, the sausage, things like that. So again, fill yourself up with the lower calorie foods that take up more space before you get into those, those real dense calorie foods. I just talked about fruits right now and vegetables. Segues perfectly into the last point, the last concept, the last idea, however you want to see it. I'm talking about snacking. So, what do we do in between meals? Obviously, we're human. We're gonna get the cravings. We're gonna need something, to satisfy us or hold us off until the next meal. Sometimes we got a sweet tooth and, we need to fill it. Many of you would opt for something like this. I'm talking about just regular candies, Gushers, fruit roll-ups. Nah. Many of you also have the choice to be eating something like this: an apple, a banana, some baby carrots, some strawberries, blueberries, something like that. This is what I'm talking about here. A lot of you will opt for snacks that are more for your comfort and not for your goals. I mean, let's just put it this way. One apple, how many calories does it have? Go ahead and look it up. Okay, now let's look up a Snickers bar or a Rice Krispie treat. Something small, like a Twix bar, some candy. One of these right here. Let's compare the calories. Okay, put them side by side. Now tell me, for the amount of volume of food that this can fill you up with, compared to how much volume of food a Snickers bar, a Twix bar, Three Musketeers, or any other candy can fill you up with, okay, which one is better with the calories? Obviously is going to be the healthier option. And speaking of healthy, it's not just a matter of calories in and calories out when it comes to comparing junk food snacks versus healthy snacks, just overall health. Which one is just better for your long-term health? Which one is going to be better for your arteries? Which one's going to be better for overall, just how you feel, your nutrition, your health needs? It's going to be these things. We shouldn't be having to rely on these, especially if we're someone who's trying to lose body fat, someone who's trying to lose weight. No, ditch these type of snacks and opt for these. Not only do they fill you up a lot more, not only do they have less calories, but I mean, come on, it's your overall health that you're looking out for. You got to look at the long-term picture. This type of thing right here, eating these unhealthy snacks like this, no. We should be completely avoiding those, and we should be opting for these. I'm talking about eating your fruits and your vegetables, eating healthier snacks. I'm getting tired of people thinking that when it's time to get ready for summer, looking a certain way, you know what, I'm gonna start eating a little healthier. I'm gonna start hitting the gym. I'm gonna start being consistent. I'm gonna start looking over for my health a lot better. Okay, what happens once summer is over? You go back to your old habits. You go back to eating these type of foods amongst more unhealthy things. You go, I don't need to hit the gym as hard anymore. Or you use the excuse that it's winter. It's bulking season now, so you think you can get away with eating everything. No. Health is not just an 8-week transformation type of thing. No, your overall health, looking better, getting in shape, is not a 3-month challenge that you should be doing. No, your health, the way you look, the way you feel, is a lifetime commitment. It's not just a couple weeks, a couple months out of the year where you're gonna prioritize it, and then outside of that time frame, whatever. There you have it, everyone. Those were just some tips. Again, they're not necessarily what are the top 5 foods that you should be eating. It's more of what are the top 5 concepts and understandings of food groups that you should be implementing to help you get the weight. I don't want you to fall for any of these traps where all these people say, eat this one food to help you lose weight. Drink this one tea to help you lose weight, eat this one whatever to help get a slimmer waist. No, it's just general ideas and concepts, because there's multiple foods that you can eat that can help get you towards your goal. But regardless of what you eat, like I said previously, nothing will help you lose weight if you are not in a caloric deficit. I'm talking about burning more calories than you're consuming throughout the day. And then when we're talking about losing weight, it's not just losing weight overall. You have to worry about losing the body fat. Don't lose your muscle. The muscle is what we want to build up more of. The body fat is what we're trying to decrease. There you have it, everyone. Hopefully this video was helpful. Comment down below if it was. Also, just comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is. Comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. be sure to subscribe not just to my channel, but my girlfriend's channel and our couple's channel so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, we got new videos every week across the board for all 3 channels. For this channel specifically, new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on my accounts, girlfriend's accounts, couple's accounts. I put all the links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.